We got Dragon Ball, Xenoverse 3 first gameplay and battle mission, boss fight, and lobby free roam. So we're gonna get into this shit. This is the gameplay, so we're gonna see the gameplay.
This year at Summer Games Fest, I got to see Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 gameplay for the very first time. I didn't get to play it, unfortunately, but it was played right in front of me. It wasn't a video, it was live gameplay, and it was a demo very similar to this one we're watching right now.
I'll play the demo. That's what I'm saying. I'll play the demo to see how it is.
I'm gonna let it run.
If they have a demo that come out, yeah, I'll play the demo.
Uncut, and I'll let you know everything that was told to me during this presentation, everything that I was able to learn, as well as break down the gameplay that we're about to see. We're going to start right here in this room. We're going to take a look at the lobby outside of this room. I got to see the city outside of the lobby too, but unfortunately we don't have that footage. But then we're going to jump into a mission where you'll see some of the basics of combat, and we're even going to fight against the boss fight. The mission itself feels like a little bit like a parallel quest in Xenoverse 2, though in this case in Xenoverse 3, I don't know if that's actually the case, if it's a parallel quest, if it's a side mission. It looks to be a main mission, as Gamma 1 is actually calling us to talk about this request that he has. And so we'll head there and we'll have a big mission and a boss fight at the end.
Nigga,
but we'll start right here in this room because it's kind of messy right now.
But this is gonna be like a room we had.
It is the same as we saw in the revealed trailer, so that seems to indicate that this is kind of early game, but I was told that you can actually customize this room fully. You can change things around, you can make this room your own room. But if this is early game, it is going to be a little bit confusing because when we jump into a mission, you'll see that this character is actually level 40. Now, I want to bring up the stats that we saw right before we jumped into this bedroom, and you may notice that we have 5 stats this time around: HP, strike attack and defense, blast attack and defense, and that is it. No stamina, no ki, no anything like that. Definitely a simplification of the RPG systems or the stats that we saw in Xenoverse 2. At least on the stats side. Also, you may have seen some scans earlier in the month, or I guess last week,
about this,
that had a little bit of a mistranslation. The GS on the characters' shoulders, on their uniforms, and in the trailers and everything, that stands for the Great Saiyaman Corps, not the Great Saiyan Corps. And yes, this is Vegeta from the Saiyan arc that you're seeing right here in the lobby. I spotted Trunks, I spotted Goku as well. These characters seem to just be hanging around. They may be mentors like they were in Xenoverse 2, but outside we're not going to get to see what the town looks like because we're going to jump straight into the mission. Now, why are these characters here? It will make sense, that's what I was told, but right now the story, it was not the focus of this demo. It was definitely the gameplay. And here we go. A portal looking very similar to Xenoverse 2 portal, and the mission that we're about to embark in, most missions are actually 4-player co-op. If you don't have players to play alongside you, you're going to play as the bots. We see a Majin, we see a Frieza race, we're playing as an Earthling, and Saiyans are also confirmed, so those are 4 races right now that have been confirmed playable for Xenoverse 3.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I
Look at
definitely
this shit like Ultimate Tikaishi, bro.
am expecting rankings
Ain't
as
that what
well.
that game was?
But we'll see if they have any more announcements beyond that. Right now, there's a lot going on screen, and I'll be sure to take my time to break down all of it. First thing you may notice is Kaioken Assault.
Oh my god. What I say? Didn't I just say that? I said they gonna overly change something. And that's what's gonna mess up the damn game, bro. People ain't gonna like this shit, bro. I guarantee you that. After I get off for the stream, I'm gonna go on TikTok and look up niggas' reviews on this shit. I told you they gonna overdo something.
And Kamehameha, 2 big special moves that were done immediately. Big break as well, and this is Super God Fist. Now, the skills are on cooldown. You can't just do them, you can't just spam them. They don't cost ki anymore, they are completely free, but you do have to manage the cooldowns, which are pretty short, to be honest. Speaking of ki, you may notice that there is no stamina. Ki does both things, offense and defense. Stamina was more of a defensive.
So how is this game gonna be like 1v1 wise though? That's what I said, bro. Xenoverse is a game for parallel quests. All that 1v1 and shit, you gotta take that shit to Spark Zero.
Resource back in Xenoverse 2. You could use it for some offense stuff as well, but there was a clear divide of like, okay, we're going to use ki for offensive skills and stamina mostly for defense. Now, you have to manage both. You see the ki bar at the center of the screen. It's a very crucial piece of resource, and that's why they put it front and center. I believe you can have a maximum of 5 ki bars, and since they are not a stat that you level up anymore, it may be homogenized. Every character may have 5 ki bars. The reason why I believe that is that every enemy also has 5 ki bars. Every boss you're going to encounter here has 5 ki bars, so it may just be universal. 5 ki bars for every character. Here's the ultimate, Super Kamehameha. You can aim it, targeting multiple characters, taking all of them down. Now, on the left side of the screen, you see the L2 button. That's how you do your ultimate, L2 plus triangle. The other 2 mechanics are brand new, but you will notice that there is no escape ability anymore. So that is a slot that they are seemingly getting rid of. Not to say that there aren't defensive mechanics. There's a new mechanic right there. Soul Assist, where you summon the help of one of the Z Warriors of the past. I believe villains will also be available. I mean, it is Xenoverse, but that has not been confirmed at this point. And yeah, you have 2 stocks of that. It does not spend any ki. You just have it on a cooldown pretty much. The other mechanic, the other new mechanic, is called Soul Switch. And that is the Trunks face that you see right there. We will see that in action in a second as well. But I would love to tell you first that Soul Switch actually replaces your Awakening ability. So, if you're an Earthling, or, you know, a character that doesn't have a big focus on transformations, I could see that being useful, but if you're playing a Saiyan, let's be real, you're gonna have a Super Saiyan transformation in there. Or your favorite Saiyan transformation, who knows? So Soul Switch may not see a lot of use in the final game when Xenoverse 3 comes out. That's just a theory, however. Who could say?
That's what that shit will be transformed into Trunks. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna use that, bro.
Gonna use how they're gonna gravitate, but typically it's Xenoverse. You want to create your own character and you want to be able to transform. So from here, we jump forward to the boss fight, and it is Broly Super. He's gonna start with a big boss attack, just a barrage of ki blasts that you have to hide behind these icebergs for. You know, pretty simple mechanic, but it's good to see that they're still doing these big boss mechanics that work really well in multiplayer. I mean, this is a type of attack we've seen in a lot of multiplayer games. And this kind of movement, use the environment to protect yourself from enemy attacks, usually works really well. Now, with ki being such a central resource, you will notice that a lot of the actions that used to use ki, like super dashing, do not use ki anymore. The homing dash still does, but a lot of the actions that you do actually restore ki automatically. Oh, here's the Soul Switch, by the way. We're going to become Trunks for a limited time, 41 seconds, according to the bottom left. And that is going to change your melee attacks. That is going to change your supers as well. And that's going to change your ultimate. In fact, I think we're going to see a couple of them. But speaking of ki and stamina, as you are punching up the opponent... Oh, I just noticed. Trunks actually has more ki than 5 bars. So forget what I said about the universal mechanic. Or maybe it's a Soul Switch exclusive thing. There's a burning attack. And here's Shining Soul Slash. 2 more specials that we'll probably be able to equip on our created characters as well. Now, as Broly takes damage, notice that his ki is going down, especially when dealing melee damage. And with only 5 seconds...
This game is for y'all. Y'all getting this shit. I'm not getting it.
To go, let's unleash the Heat Dome attack, the big ultimate.
I tried the demo.
Speaking of melee attacks, it doesn't seem to be the case anymore that you just have a fixed set of melee combos depending on the race that you pick. It's not like all the Saiyans are going to have the same combos, all the Earthlings are going to have the same combos. I'm specifically talking about the square and triangle buttons, the punches and...
Is that it? Yes.
Kicks?
Yeah, I ain't getting this shit, bro. This game for y'all. I'm gonna stick to my Sparker Zero and my PS2 emulator. Playing Infinite World and Budokai Tenkaichi 3.